As a consultant and a digital marketing white label partner, one of the questions our agency partners often go through is, hey, I pitched a client, they're not quite ready for a retainer model. Maybe there's an opportunity with a one-time audit. What kind of paid audits do you offer? Is there anything that you can do for us? And I've been in your shoes before. I've done a lot of project-based work. I've done a lot of retainer-based work. This is kind of how I stumbled into digital marketing, believe it or not. And paid audits are really, really powerful way to grow and scale an agency. And I want to talk a little bit about paid audits because sometimes people forget. They believe that the retainer is really the end all of a relationship, and in reality it's not. Many times you're working with a prospect, you're working with a potential client, or maybe you already have them as a client but you're trying to sell them something different, and they're not quite ready because they may have a partner that they're working with already, or they're just not ready to commit to an ongoing monthly sort of engagement. The way that we recommend using any of our paid audits, and I just want to talk about paid audits as well as the free audits. We do a lot of free audits in terms of looking at an account and looking at the areas that they might be bleeding. So all audits are not paid. There's a lot of audits that we do on a daily basis for leads that our customers are entering in so that we can give them a custom strategy. There's definitely the free audits is not a challenge, but the paid audits is more of a consulting gig. We make a PowerPoint deck. We look at the entire account from top to bottom, top of funnel, middle of funnel, look at the lifetime spent, the lifetime conversion, tracking and targeting and all the things that we see that could be a challenge. And we make several slides and we present that back to you as the partner, so that you can have something to show back to the customer and say, look, I understand you weren't quite ready for an engagement because one, you might be happy with your current partner, or two, you're doing this in-house and you have a marketing person you hired. Maybe you're kind of running this automated and now no one's really looking at it. But here are all the issues, these are all the challenges that are way more than that 20-minute free audit that we can realistically do. Would definitely give the business owner, the marketing manager, or whoever you're talking to, all the things that are wrong with that account, right? They will take several hours and lots of slides later. They would realize that maybe we ought to look at our marketing, maybe we ought to look at changing our provider. And that's how the paid audits really play into the agency environment. So many times you walk away from maybe a big opportunity because you think that the retainer model doesn't really fit their goal right now, but you don't have to do that. You can actually say, I understand that you're not quite ready to commit. However, what if I were to provide you an audit and tell you what I would do differently, and my fees are X and Y, right? Like $1,000 or $1,500 or whatever that might be for your consulting project. And you present that and say, why don't you think about this? This is a one-time, you don't really have a monthly commitment. And maybe I'll provide a few points, and what do you really have to lose? You're spending tens of thousands of dollars in advertising. Having a second eye would probably hurt. And so having that approach definitely help the customer take back and say, yeah, you know what? We're open to that. And I've done hundreds of those, so I can tell you, honestly, the sales process is not that difficult. And it's probably a lot easier just because they want to like you and trust you. And once you earn that trust, once you've done your presentation with that company, I can tell you, you're pretty high on that scale of reputation, right? You've gained a lot of credibility. You've done a lot of work. You showed them what you're capable of doing. You presented a lot of strategy, and your time wasn't really wasted because you were paid to do that. And so many cases, it's a win-win for the customer. It's a win-win for the partner. They both win because of the fact that you built a relationship, whether it's now or 3 months from now. Trust me, you would get a call back from those prospects, and paid audits work really well. And the good thing is you're not really doing any of it. Our team will do all of that for you. We'll give you the deck. We'll review the entire funnel, and we'll give you the strategy and find out the places that they're bleeding, and all you really have to be is the one to present that right at the end of the day. So those are the paid audits. We do paid audits for Facebook ads, Google ads, pretty much their funnel, paid audits for SEO. Anything that needs to be audited, we're happy to do so. Sometimes tracking is a problem, Google Analytics, so many different technical things where it needs an audit. They may not be ready for a big engagement, but pointing out those little issues, you'll see that there's this issue, that issue, and next thing you know, there's 10 plus issues that leads to 20 issues they're really in a dire need of your support because of the fact that digital marketing is very complex. I gotta tell you, that's one thing we can all agree that it's not easy, and there's a lot of moving parts depending on who's all taking care of it. Having different teams or companies manage it only makes things more complex. So having all of that done under one roof makes the life of the agency better, also makes the life of the customer better. So paid audits are huge, and we wanna recommend as many times. Providing that as an offer will definitely help you grow incremental revenue and customer base. So hopefully you've gotten some value out of this particular question. I get a lot. And if you have some questions about whether or not Clickx is the right fit, my calendar is on this page, and maybe you can send us an email or schedule a time with one of our consultants, learn more about what we do, and specifically in the paid audit space or any other a la carte offers that we have, and see if we're the right fit for you. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time.